More of our exclusive interview tonight with convicted killer Billy Ray Turner, the only person tried for the murder of Lorenzen Wright. He contacted WREG from his prison cell. When he was revealed as a suspect, many of you asked if he had a romantic relationship with Lorenzen Wright's ex.
Shara Wright plotted the murder. Here's what he told WREG investigators April Thompson and Zanetta Lowe.
Billy Ray Turner has a lot of time to think. Sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Lorenzen Wright.
Even with my mom playing a role in my father's death.
But Shara Wright, the woman convicted of conspiring the murder plot Turner carried out, has already had one parole hearing and will get another chance at freedom in a few years.
But I do get credit for the time I've already spent.
So we asked what he would say to Shara right now.
Well, basically, I just would say that I just wish that she would have said more on my behalf to get me out of this whole situation.
Turner says he first met Shara Wright at a Collierville church where he was a longtime member, and she started training in the ministry. Turner, a yard man by trade, soon became the go-to yard guy for Shara and her then-husband, Lorenzen.
Well, I'm a kind person, wouldn't mind helping anybody, and that's what I did. I was involved in my church. I ran a landscaping company, helped anybody. If I had any opportunity to lend a hand in anything, that's what I did. I think that's just a part of why I'm in this situation, because I was so helpful.
Turner says he didn't interact much with Lorenzen, but he was aware of who the hometown hero was.
I've met him on different occasions. I didn't know him well, but he seen me around. He knew that I did work for him.
And Turner maintains his relationship with Shara was just professional.
You did yard work for her?
I did yard work, yes.
But did you all have a romantic relationship?
No, we did not. We did not have a romantic relationship.
But in court, Turner was depicted as a lovelorn admirer who was convinced he and Shara would one day be together.
Billy Turner was Shara Wright's friend. Billy Turner was Shara Wright's yard man. Billy Turner was Shara Wright's romantic, secret interest.
And the attorneys who represented Shara during the murder case say she and Billy were romantically involved.
What kind of relationship did Billy and Shara have?
It's been a few years, but Billy and Shara were acquaintances, and they had a very short-term relationship at some point. I don't exactly remember when that very brief relationship was, but for the most part, they were acquaintances who had had a brief affair.
Shara did confirm that?
Yes, she did. It was just maybe once or twice they had been romantically involved together.
Police also captured video of Shara meeting with Turner after the gun used to kill Lorenzen was found. Turner says there is a reason they met up. He wanted to tell her he didn't want trouble.
It was the best for her to not contact me because I didn't want to be involved in it.
But he was about to get very involved. A month after that gun was found, Turner was arrested.
We've all seen the pictures. When the officers came to you, you were at that Collierville convenience store. What was going through your mind?
I was shocked. I was just basically traumatized about this. For them to arrest me for a murder of this man, Lorenzen Wright, I was totally shocked. I was totally heartbroken. I didn't know what to think. I just couldn't believe it. I was in disbelief.
Turner says he hasn't spoken to Shara since that day. He hoped she would testify on his behalf and explain he had nothing to do with the killing. But Shara was never called to the stand.
Were you in the woods with Shara that night?
No, I was nowhere near. I don't know where all this come about that implicated me in this situation.
Turner is still hopeful that on appeal, things will turn out his way.
So I'm just waiting on my day, being patient, waiting on my day in trial once again to be delivered from all this.
We're not done with the Billy Ray Turner prison interview.
Tomorrow, what Billy has to say about the star witness, Jimmy Martin, who put him at the scene of the murder and was the nail in the coffin for Turner's conviction. Join us tomorrow night for that. I'm Zanetta Lowe.
And I'm April Thompson. WREG News Channel 3.
As we said, April and Zanetta have done a lot of digging on this story, and there is much more to our interview with Billy Ray Turner. Saturday night at 6 p.m., WREG will air an hour-long special on killing Lorenzen. Billy breaks his silence. Be sure and tune in.